Hello again, everybody. This is Don Eastep with Bill Hoover and our TBS crew today from Louisville, Kentucky, as the Corbin Redhounds try to win their third state championship since the AA playoff system was initiated. Here today against the Scotties of Glasgow, a team they've defeated already this year. The captains are coming onto the field now. We'll have the toss of the coin to see which team receives or elects to kick off or defend the goal that they would wish. The captain for Corbin, Steve Jewell, number 63, and 68, Matt Church, and they have been the stalwarts this year for Corbin. Bill Hoover.
Yeah, those are two tremendous leaders on this Redhound football team. Steve Jewell and Matt Church both have risen to the occasion, not only this year, but in previous years here for the Redhounds. And they know what's in front of them today, and they're the people that's going to have to carry the load for the Redhounds.
The coin has been tossed. No indication yet. The Redhounds won here in 1980 over Fort Campbell. We still don't have the indication. Perhaps Corbin will kick off, apparently, Bill.
Well, that's what it looked like. I never did see a signal. I just know that Glasgow is to our right here, which was going to be to the east end zone. But I didn't see an indication. Evidently, Corbin is going to kick off.
Let's go back now to that first game between these two teams. Corbin had a pass intercepted by Greer, set up the first touchdown. Then on the ensuing kickoff, a fumble recovered by Pennington, and Corbin went in, and all of a sudden the Redhounds were up by 14-0 and won over Glasgow by 20-12. Those two early breaks in the football game set the tone for Corbin.
Well, you know, according to what I read in the paper, that's the same thing at Glasgow. Feels like that they had two key turnovers in the first half, you know, that set up two cheap scores for Corbin. But actually, Corbin had the ball on the 11-yard line in the first possession. They fumbled, and we were moving the ball very well, had good ball control, good execution, and we were very much up for the game. And I think it was a question of Danny Rollins just trying to struggle for every inch he could possibly get, and went ahead and turned the ball over. And then they turned around and got the ball back. We held them, and then they turned the ball back over to us, and we got the ball, and then we turned it back over to them. And finally, then Reedy came up with an interception there in the just before half, and we finally went ahead and took it down and punched it in. Then we turned around and kicked off to them, and they had their blocker who was trying to do a little something for the kickoff return man, and Martin Earl Pennington went ahead and went downfield and just absolutely annihilated the blocker and turned the blocker around into their return man, and he caught the ball up, and we got on it and then took it down and punched it in and had two scores there before half. But then Glasgow turns around and comes back down the field, good ball control, and just before half, and it was a very critical situation for Corbin. We had a mix-up in our secondary, and at that time, you know, you have to realize that we had some young people back there. But we just had a misassignment, and they went ahead and for my money, I think they got a cheap score just before halftime there.
They scored with only 14 seconds remaining in the first half, and they had it 4th and 10, so that shows you how close they came to being shut out in the first half. Let's review the season just a little bit, Bill. We started off, and things didn't look too rosy for Corbin, and I think the early injuries probably set us back more than anything.
Yeah, we had a situation with Steve Jewell, who actually was not supposed to have played until probably the third game. In the intensity and the physical stature of this young man, he went ahead and played not only offense but defense both the first 3 ball games of the year, and he wasn't supposed to even be in there. He was limited in what he could do. And then Tommy Greer, in the first possession of the ball at Madison Central, injured an ankle, and he was out a couple of games before he got back in the lineup. And apparently we're not in that situation today. We're seemingly healthy here today. The Redhounds are very much aware of what's in front of them. They've been here before, and if there's any doubt in anybody's mind, it's in Glasgow's mind, because we've thumped them the last 2 times we've met them. But then again, at the same time, they've beaten some good teams in order to get here today, and the 2 finest AA teams in the state of Kentucky are on this field today.
Corbin, I think, really grew up in the second half against Middlesboro.
No question about it. They came out the second half, and there's not a person in the stands or anywhere that hadn't written them off at halftime. We were behind 21-8. Went in at halftime. We came back out. It was the greatest comeback in the history of Corbin High School. We came back out, and it established Cotton Adams and his staff and the precedence of what they've done for this football team. And the Redhounds just wouldn't quit. If there's any characteristic that proves that these Redhounds are what Redhounds are supposed to be, they never quit. It was shown in that Middlesboro football game, and we've been coming on ever since that.
20 years ago, back on Stoll Field, I did my first state championship game between Corbin and Danville. This is the 6th. No other AA team can really boast of anything like that.
Well, you know, everybody that I've talked to and everybody that I know feels so much part of what happened in 1962, and I had the good fortune to be on that ball club in 1962. It's the most disheartening thing that ever happened to me at that point in my life, and I've never forgot it. Coach Adams was a starter on that football team as a junior that year. He's never forgot it. He was in a starting role that day, and today he's in a starting role in his first championship as a head coach in his second year at Corbin. And, you know, it looks like the good Lord gave him 20 years to have the opportunity to avenge what happened to him in 1962.
The Big Red on the field right now as we await the 1982 state championship game in AA football. Here on Channel 11, Southern Cable TV, we'll be back with more from Louisville right after these messages from our sponsors. Going after their third state championship here today from Cardinal Stadium. And Bill Hoover, it's been a great year. The record's 7-4, but the competition has been so tough. And I think that good competition has helped us in reaching this final game.
Well, the coaching staff has been very apprehensive all year about the schedule that we played. You know, a couple of different times they've talked about that it's been a little bit too tough and too much of a test for the kids. There's no denying today that they wouldn't say that. They realize that the schedule is the most important factor and the reason that we're here today.
You see that long line down there waiting for Corbin to come out of the dressing room. The fans have really supported this team, and this is some team. Let's take a look at them right now before they come back onto the field. We've seen a junior quarterback, Greg Duncombe, 179-pounder, lead this team from that position this year.
Greg Duncombe's turned in a tremendous leader for the Red Hounds. He's come in this year and, well, actually didn't come in this year. He spotted last year behind Grigsby when Grigsby was hurt. Grigsby was a tremendous quarterback, and Greg's come in here and he's assumed the role very well. He improves with every game. He's got to the point where he has more confidence. He reads the defenses, goes ahead and checks the plays off the line of scrimmage, and he's got to the point where he can run the option very well. He's an awful good passer, too.
You hear the roar for the Red Hounds as they return to the field. We're taking a look at the players numerically now, and we'll move over to number 9, Glenn Foley. Glenn, a 5'11", 138-pound senior.
Glenn Foley is a senior on this team. He came back out this year, and he's been a real credit to the football team. Played early on and is spotted, and been in a starting role on and off this year, and has added quite a bit of experience from a senior standpoint to the Red Hounds.
And then number 12, Mike Frederick, a 5'8", 160-pound junior.
Mike Frederick was hurt early on in the first part of the year. He started for the Red Hounds last year in a spot role. He's come in this year. He adds tremendous leadership to the football team, plays a tremendous cornerback. He's as good a cornerback as we've seen for the Red Hounds in some time. He's a tremendous receiver. We haven't seen him have the opportunity to catch the ball as much as he's capable of doing this year, but he's added quite a bit to the Red Hounds.
Another great player, number 18, Harold Reedy Jr., a 5'9", 161-pound freshman.
We can't say enough about the kid. You know, he's got tremendous physical skills. He's a great athlete. He came in here, and he's one of the bright spots in the Red Hounds. He's one of the people that you didn't anticipate coming in and doing the things that he's done this year from the standpoint of a freshman. But he is, at this point, a seasoned veteran for the Red Hounds.
And then we have number 24, Tommy Greer, a 5'11", 180-pound senior.
Tremendous leader on the football team. He leads not only by performance, but he leads on the sideline anywhere he's out on the field. Plays a good safety for Corbin. He was hurt early on, but whenever he's back in and he's healthy, just his presence, if we know that he's healthy, he's an added plus to the Red Hounds.
Ball of fire, number 25, Sam Jackson, a 5'4", 148-pound junior.
Sam the Band Big Play Jackson. He's got more inspiration, more enthusiasm. He adds so much motivation to this football team. He's a spark plug of the Red Hounds. He's a key factor. He's been a turning point in so many key games this year for the Red Hounds.
Another senior, number 26, Bill Wells, a 5'8", 150-pounder.
Bill Wells has came in. He's contributed tremendously to the football team. The Red Hounds depend on people like Bill Wells in order to give him that leadership role. He's assumed his role. He knows where he's at on the football field at all times, as in practice, and everything he does for the Red Hounds.
Number 34, Steve Champlin, a 5'5", 153-pound junior.
We've not seen him lose a yard this year. Champlin's come in. He's played in a reserve role as a fullback. He comes in, and whenever we need the yardage, he's been stopped too many times behind the line of scrimmage, but still comes up with the 2, 3, 4 yards.
Number 40, Darren Steely, a 5'10", 164-pound junior.
The Woodbine Sentinel improves with every game. He picks his way. He runs with reckless abandon. He's a tremendous athlete, and he's going to get better, and we're going to see bigger things out of him next year.
Number 44, Steve Rollins, a 5'9", 160-pound junior.
He's a protege. When you look at him outside of a uniform, doesn't even look like a football player, but I understand he picks up about half the gym down there in the weight room, presses about 255, 260 pounds. He's a tremendous football player, but the thing that makes him so good is that he's got that double tandem brother in front of him that picks those holes for him, and he goes ahead. He's got a tremendous burst of speed once he hits the line of scrimmage.
That brother is number 46, Danny Rollins, a 5'9", 195-pound senior.
He can block with anybody that I've seen in a blocking position in college football. Rollins would like to get his hands on the football more than what he does, but he assumed his role early on, and he's part of the team effort of this football team. He's a tremendous blocker. He's a tremendous leader. I mean, just as much as a guard in the backfield. He does a tremendous job for the football team.
Bill, we'll continue with the linemen through our broadcast today because we wanted to try to tell you as much and introduce everybody out there that's contributing this year and has played a role in the Red Hounds' fortunes. We'll continue with Roger Rose, number 54, and as Bill says, Flathead's going to be out there today. You see him lined up as number 18 for Corbin, Harold Reedy. Nooners Reedy is set to kick off, and deep is David Bailey, number 1 for Glasgow. The Corbin Red Hounds here in the 1982 state championship game. Glasgow has never been here, and for Corbin, it is their their 6th time. Here's the kick. It's off to the side, rolling, and out of bounds, so Glasgow will get good field position.
Yeah, he just came up, you know. I guess the adrenaline's pumping pretty good here, and he got a little bit of a wet turf out there, even though it's not going to be as much of a factory as a wet football field, but the ball just kind of slid off to the side here and went out of bounds, and they do have good field position.
Number 11, Scotty Jones, is Glasgow's quarterback, a 6'2", 185 senior. He has in the backfield with him a tailback, number 1, David Bailey. The fullback is 25, Jeff Buford, and a halfback, Todd Childress, number 28. At split end, number 21, Tony Wooten, and tight end is 82, Mike Elmore. And this is Bailey trying to go outside at the 45. He'll get up to about midfield and gets him about 10 yards on the first play of this football game.
I thought we actually had him contained before he hit the corner over there, but they picked up an awful good block there, and he went ahead and sprung outside there and picked up, he picked up, looks like about 9 yards.
So it's going to be 2nd down and 1 for Glasgow, as David Bailey, a 5'10", 165-pound senior, turns it for 9. Glasgow starting this offensive series from their own 40-yard line. 2nd and 1. And they'll try the fullback. Got good yardage. Matter of fact, slips before Steely hits him down at the 45-yard line. He gets 6 yards.
Steely came up and made an awful big lick on him. He came up and met him just like he's supposed to, and just absolutely put the hat on him and took him to the ground. But there was a hole there. They blew us off the line there on the second play from scrimmage.
So Glasgow with good offensive start in this football game. They'll split the end wide to the right side and the halfback wide to the left at the Corbin 45. And only a couple of yards this time goes to Wooten before he's wrapped up.
Well, he was wrapped up at one of the best defensive ends in the state of Kentucky, Martin Earl Pennington. He met him right at the line of scrimmage there, but they've got a 2nd down here. Looks like he picked up probably 2 yards on the play. A good play by Martin Earl.
2nd down, 8 yards to go for Glasgow. A gray, drizzly day here from Louisville. And, of course, I don't think we've ever had one of these games played with good weather. So you can always count on the day after Thanksgiving having bad weather, it appears. Here's the 2nd down play. Jones back to throw as he cuts the corner. He's inside the Corbin 40. Let's see where they'll spot it. Not enough for a 1st down at the 37-yard line, so he gets 6 yards on that play.
Richard Fox tripped him up right at the line of scrimmage, but when he tripped him up, his momentum went ahead and carried him probably 3 or 4 yards. Richard Fox was over there, and he just got a piece of him enough to trip him up.
I have a big play coming up now. 3rd down, a couple of yards to go for the Scotties. They're at the Corbin just inside the 37-yard line. We're in the first minute and a half of this football game. The 3rd down play as they'll try it, and it's going to be close. Across the Corbin 35 to about the 34-yard line. I believe he got it.
It looks like he got it. Steve Jewell and Martin Earl Pennington was on the tackle there, but I believe, yeah, it's 1st down for Glasgow. Scotty's got the ball, and they're on the move here.
That was Childress, the fullback, that carried to the Corbin 34, and that's the 2nd 1st down of this game for the Scotties. We played 2 minutes now. A big crowd from Corbin. The stands across the way obviously empty. They're the open stands. We are under the shelter here of the drizzling rain. From the 34, Jones. He's hit as he goes down, but he pitches to Bailey. Bailey cutting the corner at the 30 and driven out of bounds at about the 28-yard line by Greer. Martin Earl Pennington really unloaded on the quarterback, Jones.
Well, that's what we've got to do. We've got to go ahead and put the pressure on the quarterback. Quarterback and Bailey and Buford are the three big play people here for the Glasgow Scotties. Glasgow starts 20-some seniors, 20 to 21 seniors, offensively and defensively here. And what we've got to do is we've got to put pressure on the big play people and go ahead and make that contact like we did in that first meeting we had with them this year. Cut that head off, the body will die.
We got 6 yards on that play to the Corbin 28. It'll be 2nd down and 4 for the first down. Bailey now lining up in the eye. Man in motion to the left side, and maybe too much time. Let's hope so. Jerry Poland. They didn't seem like they were clear as Childress and Bailey were lining up behind Jones. Poland in motion to the left. Number 21, the split end, was Tony Wooten. And I believe, Bill, they are going to get them 5.
Yeah, we got 5 yards there. Glasgow came out. We did something early here, just on a simple thing like a kickoff. You know, we gave them a break. We gave them good field position here, and they've taken advantage of it. And it looks like to me that the Red Hounds are just about ready to open up their eyes and go ahead and meet the test here. Bow the necks up and go ahead and stop the Scotties right where they're at.
2nd down, 9 yards to go now. Once again, Poland in motion to the left side. And Jones on the option. Jones will keep. Jones will go down right near the line of scrimmage. Number 61, Sadler.
Alan Sadler makes up that tandem defensive end for Corbin. He and Martin Earl are 2 of the best defensive ends in the state of Kentucky. And I'm a little surprised yesterday in the Herald Leader I saw where they had the all-state selections, and I'm a little surprised that they announced them this early, because I think the only thing that did, because Sadler wasn't in there, was to motivate him, and he knows what kind of a test that he's going to do on this field today. He's out there to prove what kind of a football player he really is.
He stopped Jones right at the line of scrimmage, no gain. It's going to be 3rd and 9, a big play here for the Scotties. They have the ball at the Corbin 33-yard line. We played 3 minutes of this opening period. Jones to throw. Jones over the middle. He's got his man, and Greer takes him down short of a first down near the 25-yard line. The receiver on the play was Mike Elmore, the tight end. He was open across the middle. Greer hit him, and another Red Hound who is down.
I don't hope it's not Tommy Greer, because Tommy, he's got some injuries. I'd rather see somebody that hadn't had any injuries, because there's a chance they're going to come back during this ball game. But Tommy went ahead and met him right there. It was a little screen pass across the middle there, and Tommy went ahead and met him up there and slung him about 3 or 4 yards back.
The pass play was good for 8 yards to the Corbin 25-yard line, and we have a timeout for the injury now. Timeout with 8:47 to go in the opening period. There's no score. Bill, a real big play now. 4th down, a yard to go for Glasgow at the Corbin 25-yard line.
It's a big play for the Red Hounds. Roger Rose not being in there on this particular play. We're really going to miss him on this play, because they're going to go ahead and try to do something up the gutter. You would think that they are.
Here we go. And Childress tries, and Pennington hits. And he's not there, and Corbin takes over.
Martin Earl Pennington went ahead and made the initial contact at the line of scrimmage, and he went ahead and tried to break through that, and the Red Hound swarm was on top of it, and we held.
The Corbin Red Hounds, a big defensive play as Martin Earl Pennington was camped right on Childress, the fullback, and stops him in his tracks at the 25-yard line. So Corbin gets the ball for the first time this afternoon. The quarterback, number 5, is Greg Duncombe. Split in wide to the left side is number 12, Frederick. In the backfield, Steely and the Rollins boys, Steve and Danny. From the 25 now, handoff Steely. Steely cutting to his right and coming up for about 5 to the 30.
I love his style. I love the way he picks there. He was met in the backfield and went ahead and put that hand down and caught his balance and picked up probably a good tough 1.5 to 2 yards for the Red Hounds.
Number 25 into the lineup now. That is Sam Jackson replacing number 40, Steely. Corbin has it 2nd down, a long 5 for the first down as Pennington is split wide to the right side. And on the option, this is Duncombe. Watch Duncombe go up to the 35 and close for a first down.
That's beautiful by Duncombe. If you just keep getting those quick feet moving, I keep saying that every time. And I just wish somebody would go ahead and put some exhaust on him and let him go ahead and kick that thing out there. It was a good run by Greg. He went ahead and ran that option on out there and turned the ball upfield and got awful close to a first down. It's 3rd and real short.
Less than a yard to go. Here's the third down play as Frederick once again wide to the left side. The ball at the 35-yard line. And the first down by Steely as Steely gets about 4 more up to the 39.
Red Hounds have got the football. That's the name of the game for the Red Hounds. They're going to go ahead and try to maintain that ball control and push that ball. They're just going with that power. They're going to power right on off of there. And the doubt in Glasgow's mind, I can see it from where I'm at up here. I'm so pumped. Red Hounds look awful good in this drive.
As the Red Hounds get their first down of this ball game to the 39-yard line. Once again, it's Frederick wide to the left side. And this is Duncombe. Duncombe's going to keep. Duncombe gets a couple of yards to about the 41.
Okay, Greg went ahead and turned that ball up again to the opposite side there. Went ahead and just cut up. It's supposed to be an option there, but he's actually just going ahead and running off that power tackle on that side. Picked up a couple of tough yards there for the Red Hounds.
This has been Corbin's style of football, especially since that Middlesboro game, that second half. They did it about the way they're doing it right now. Second down, 8 yards for the first down. Again, Duncombe on the option, but this time it does not go for him. Greg, on that option this year, Bill has been keeping it almost every time.
Yeah, he's kept it almost every time that we've seen him. We've just seen that thing in the last 2 or 3 games. He's kept it every time, but I know they worked on it this week, and there is a pitch man back there, and probably when we least expect it, we're going to go ahead and see that pitch come out here and maybe pick up, break that big play for us.
It's a big play here. Third down 7, the ball at the 42-yard line. And Duncombe back to throw. He's looking for Greer. He's being chased, and Duncombe will try to get back to the line of scrimmage, will not, and Corbin will have to surrender the football. But Greer had triple coverage.
Well, they were all over Tommy, and Greg, he had a lot of pressure on him, and he kept fighting, trying to get to that outside over there, and he evaded I think two tackles before finally somebody went ahead and took him out of bounds.
It's a loss of 4 yards back to the 38-yard line, and the first kick of the game, and Rose is in the lineup. Rose will be standing near his own 25-yard line. 3 people back for Glasgow. 2 deep men standing at their 25-yard line. And Rose, off the side of his foot. Let's see which way it'll bounce. A good Corbin bounce across midfield. It's still moving across the 40. And Rose is fortunate in that one because it does roll all the way down to about the 37.
Well, we don't know just exactly what's ailing Roger. Roger got in there, and it was the first punt. I do see a penalty on the field out there, and it's against Glasgow. It is against Glasgow, but we don't know what's ailing Roger, and it was a shank punt on his part, but we did get a good bounce on it.
Got 25 yards out of what looked like disaster that time, and the penalty may even help us even more, or we may keep the football, and that would be even better.
Oh, that'd be tremendous, and it looks like, from the way the Red Hounds are doing this, looks like we've got the football.
Oh, that would take more than a 5-yard penalty. It's a 15-yard penalty. X out that kick, and Corbin retains possession with their second first down of the game. Glasgow on a 15-yard penalty as Corbin gets the ball down to the Glasgow 47-yard line. So the Red Hounds now have excellent field position, as once again they'll split Frederick wide to the left side. Steely in the backfield with Danny and Steve Rollins. This is Steely. Steely across the 45. Watch him dig across the 40 down to the 38.
He come real close to picking up a first down on the first series here that we've got if we got the ball back. It was a good run by Steely.
Steely seems to be getting better game after game. He's only a junior. He's moved for 9 yards to the Glasgow 38-yard line, where Corbin will have it 2nd and 1. No score. We're in the opening period of the state championship game. Sam Jackson. Jackson looking for 1. He might have it in near the 37-yard line.
Well, somebody was on his ankles right there just in the backfield, and he does have a tender ankle, but somebody hit him right out about the line of scrimmage. It looks like it's going to be a measurement here. It's awful close to first down.
He got the yard to the 37-yard line. So Glasgow opened the game with their series from their 40 down to the Corbin 25, where the Red Hounds put on a big defensive drive, and now the Red Hounds start from their 25, there to the Glasgow 37, and Sam Jackson has picked up the 3rd first down of this game for Corbin.
Corbin's got everything going in their favor right now. We've got had a big break on the punt there with the penalty on Glasgow. We've got it's first down, and we're in their territory, and it looks awful good for the Red Hounds at this point.
Once again, Frederick wide to the left at end as Duncombe on the option. Duncombe, well, there's nothing there. That time he got, I think, his blocking back, and Duncombe both were kind of hindering each other.
Yeah, he just ran into his lead blocker there, and they went ahead and time his momentum was stopped by the lead blocker. They went ahead and just kind of corralled him and brought him down right at the line of scrimmage.
It's a yard loss back to the 38-yard line, and for the first time this afternoon, we see number 24, Tommy Greer, and I would think Greer's speed on this carpet would burn him.
Well, he knows, you know, he's got those white shoes on, got those white socks come all the way up to his knees, and he knows he's faster.
Here we go, 2nd and 11. Corbin may have taken too much time. 3:27 to go in the opening period. If so, the ball would be put back to the 43-yard line. That apparently is what happened.
Yeah, it looks like what we have too much time. I believe it was too much time on our part.
So number 40, Steely, back in replacing Greer in the Corbin backfield. It will be 2nd down and 16 now. The ball back at the 43-yard line for the Red Hounds. No score in the game. Steely comes wide to the right. Frederick goes wide left. Danny and Steve Rollins behind the quarterback, Greg Duncombe. Duncombe back to throw. He throws over the middle. Got Pennington at the 35, 30. Pennington spinning down to the 25-yard line, and a Corbin first down.
I love him. I love to watch him get the football in open field. He looks like a big running back when he gets the ball. He's got great speed, and he's got good size on him. And once he gets his hands on the football and he has an opportunity to run with it, he just looks like a big fullback rambling down the field.
18 yards for the Red Hounds, and their 4th first down of this football game. Now, this is as deep as Glasgow got in Corbin territory earlier. We look at Roger Rose on the sideline, still limping from that early injury. Corbin at the 25, 1st and 10. And Greer, for the first time this afternoon, powers his way off the left side for about 4.
Tommy's one of those big play people for the Red Hounds. He told me in Frankfurt on the way up here today, he said that he felt like before this ball game was over with that Glasgow wasn't even going to stick around and try to pick up the runner-up trophy, because they want to get off this field so quick after we get through going ahead and doing our physical punishment to them. They'd want to leave here without anything.
Deepest penetration for either team now to the 22-yard line as the Hounds will have it 2nd down and 7. Again, it's Frederick wide to the left side. From the wishbone, Steely looking for a hole. Steely cuts across the 20 to about the 19-yard line and 3 more yards.
He turned a 3-yard loss into a 3-yard gain, it appears to me. He's just, like we keep saying, he improves. The Woodbine Sentinel, he improves with every game. I'm very much impressed with Steely. He's got good physical size on him, going to be able to put on some more weight. And I think that between now and this time next year that there'll be some major college looking at him.
Corbin will have it 3rd down and 4 for the first down as number 25 Jackson has replaced Steely in the Corbin backfield, and he'll get the ball. Sam lowers the head. Little guy goes for it. He'll be just shy, and Corbin will be facing a 4th down situation.
Yeah, but Sam's such an inspiration. You know, he's the spark plug. He's the guts of it. He just a tremendous effort on Sam Jackson's part. He went ahead and got out there, broke that corner over there, and he went ahead and put that head down. He ran over 2 people and still got yards. He's always going forward, always.
At the 16-yard line, Corbin has it 4th and a yard to go, and the Red Hound crowd really comes to life here. The 4th down play. This is Greer. This is the first down for Corbin.
I love it. I love it. Way of life in Corbin. Tommy Greer, he just went ahead and picked up that first down, and those hogs in the lineup, our sweat hogs, they just going ahead and blowing the Scotties right on out.
To the 13-yard line, a pickup of 3, and Corbin has amassed 5 first downs on this drive that originated back at the 25. So to the 13 now, 1st and 10. Again, we say Frederick go wide to the left side at end. On the option, nothing whatsoever. Matter of fact, Duncombe that time didn't get out of his tracks.
No, he only made about 2 or 3 steps before he was met. He was met behind the line of scrimmage, and they just read everything that we were doing on that play.
No gain on it, 13-yard line, or just outside the 13. This is very similar to the drive that Corbin had against Boyle County as far as time consumption. They're really eating up that clock.
Well, it reminds me, you know, on this field, particularly Greg Taylor and the style of football that the Red Hounds played in 1980 up here.
Second down 10, the ball at the 13. Pennington wide to the right. Here's the pitch going, and cutting inside. Steve Rollins tripped up. Just getting a hand was Bailey, or he might have broken that one.
Well, you know, he lost his footing a little bit there on that. It's a little bit wet out there. We had some rain in the first contest up here today, and the field is a little bit wet, and he went ahead when he got ready to make his cut. Just lost his footing a little bit.
He got a yard to the 12-yard line, and we have reached the end of the first period of this state championship game between Corbin and Glasgow. And after one period of play, it's Corbin nothing, Glasgow nothing. Every play, Bill, a big play. Corbin has it at the 12-yard line, 3rd down and 9 for the first down.
Well, I feel like we've got to go to the area here, 3rd and 9, and I'm looking for a little out pattern. I don't want to do anything and have an opportunity to get Buford or one of those quick backs for Glasgow have an opportunity to get their hand on the football. He's under pressure.
Well, no time at all for Greg that time, and they bury him back at the 24-yard line. Number 77 getting in there was Steve Pierce, a 220-pound tackle.
Well, they read it. They just went ahead and mowed through our line and caught Greg back there before we had an opportunity to get out here on that little rollout. He was rolling out to his left side, and he had pressure all over, and there was 2 people who just went ahead and collared him.
A loss of 12 back to the 24, and now 4th down, and definitely we'll see Corbin trying to go to the air again here. Number 24, Greer, wide to the right side. And Duncombe looking, Duncombe throwing, and it's going to be intercepted by Bailey. Let's see if anybody can get in front of him. Bailey all the way up to the 30 to the 37-yard line.
Well, when he got ready to release the ball, it looked like he didn't get everything he wanted on the football, and what I was afraid of. I didn't want one of those backs to get their hands on the ball because they've got great speed, and I know that they know that they're faster on this turf. But Roger Rose and Danny Rollins both were over there and cut him off on that corner over there when he was on the return.
Matt Church made the tackle coming back up that sideline, so Glasgow has the ball for the second time today. They're on 37-yard line. It is peppering rain, so the ball will be slippery. And the pitch goes to Bailey. Bailey having a little trouble controlling as he tries the right side, gets a couple of yards, and there's Sadler 61 and Frederick 12, and let's pick some more out down there.
Matt Church was on the play. Frederick was on the play. Steve Jewell was on the play, along with, was Roger Rose in on that too? I think Roger Rose was on the play too, and Steely.
So it's a pickup of 3 yards to the 40-yard line. Neither team has scored here in this struggle for the AA state championship. On a Friday, November 26, 1982. Glasgow shows us ends to the left and right as Jones will go the option to Bailey. Bailey 45. Bailey's a youngster that has a lot of quickness and gets in Corbin territory to the 48-yard line.
The tackle was made by Tommy Greer, and Matt Church was over there. Steve Jewell had an opportunity to get there, but he went ahead and broke off of a block, and just about time he got ready to plant and go on. It's a little bit slick out there, and he lost his footing.
Glasgow has just picked up their 3rd first down of the day. That on an 11-yard run by Bailey. 9 minutes and 54 seconds to go in the first half. So each team has shown us offense here today, but nobody's put anything on the scoreboard thus far. Number 21, Wooten comes wide to the right side, split in to the left. They try it up the middle, and that's Childress, the fullback, as he struggles for a couple, maybe 3 yards, down to the Corbin 46-yard line. Jewell there, along with Todd Trosper, number 65.
Todd Trosper, he's played tremendous football this year for us, along with Steve Jewell. Both of those 2 people were in on that tackle. It looks like we've got a timeout, official timeout on the field.
So we have 9 minutes, 23 seconds to go here in the first half, and a timeout with the score Corbin nothing, Glasgow nothing. Glasgow has its second down, 8 yards to go. The ball at the Corbin 47-yard line. Wideouts both ways. Once again, they try it up the middle, and hardly anything there, as Glasgow is finding very tough going up the middle. Jeff Buford, the fullback, was pushed back by Matt Church.
And Matt Church and Richard Fox and Steve Jewell, all 3 of them were on the initial contact there that time. They just went ahead and pushed him back. He didn't made the line of scrimmage. He might have got a yard or so, but they made good contact on him at the line.
At the Corbin 45 now, Glasgow has a big play coming here. Third down, and some 6 yards for that first down. Wooten comes to the right, and Poland goes to the left. And Jones on the option. This has been their best play today. Bailey hit. Bailey goes down at the 40, short of a first down.
We had Tommy Greer and Alan Sadler and Richard Fox, all three of them, made contact with him in and around about the time he went out of bounds. We did a tremendous job. The defensive unit did a tremendous job on that play.
So Glasgow will have to kick it away for the first time this afternoon. They'll have it third, about 1.5 yards to go at the Corbin 41-yard line. Pardon me, fourth, Bill. Yes. Fourth down. They were able to pick up one first down in their second offensive series this afternoon, starting from their own 37-yard line. Number 18, the deep man for Corbin Reedy, along with Greer, number 24, and the up man is Steely. Plenty of time. Let's see where the kick will go. A fair catch call for, and I think that was a very wise decision on the part of Reedy because the kick went inside the 10.
Well, something that happened up here in 1980, the Red Hounds were never caught letting the ball go ahead and bounce on this turf out here. When it hits this turf, you never can tell what's going to happen to football. From the standpoint of Fort Campbell, there was a couple of balls that they should have played up here in 1980 that they didn't, and when the ball hits that turf, it goes ahead and takes that bounce, and it was a smart play on our deep people there. Went ahead and went in the end zone.
Corbin will take it at the 20-yard line now, their second offensive series. The first series originated from the 25. And this is Steely. Steely feeling his way, and Bill, really, he's hit at the line of scrimmage, but able to power forward for 3 or 4 yards.
He's hit at the line of scrimmage, but the thing about it is he's hit by it. He's running into the back of our offensive lineman and going ahead and running into Glasgow. And our people, when they make initial contact, it looks like everything's froze for a minute, but if you'll always watch, you'll see that whoever we're playing, they're going backwards because our hogs are blowing them off the line.
Second down, 7. We have Jackson in the lineup replacing Danny Rollins, and Jackson up the middle. He fumbles it. Glasgow's got a shot, but it's Frederick that gets it at the 29.
Oh, big play by Mike Frederick. Big play. Who was carrying the football on that play?
Sam.
Okay, Sam Jackson was carrying the ball, and he was stripped of the football right about the line of scrimmage, but Mike Frederick was very heads-up play, went ahead and made the recovery.
So it turns into a gain for Corbin of 6 yards to the 29. And, of course, the wet football, the wet field, very treacherous out there this afternoon. Third down, 1 yard to go for the first down. And the first down by Greer as he crosses the 30 to about the 32-yard line. And for Corbin, that is first down, number 6.
What we've got to do is maintain ball control now and try to get this thing on down here on this end and try to put that thing in before halftime and just at least get the motivation and get some points on the board before we go in at halftime. Ball control is the key right now.
We have 6 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the first half of a scoreless football game between Corbin and Glasgow. Steely, and you saw the ankle just being grabbed by number 50, Tommy Smith. A 170-pound senior. Smith grabbed the ankle, and Darren was able to stretch forward for about 1 yard to the 33-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Glasgow's playing is awful tough right now. We're going ahead and making good contact on the line of scrimmage and blowing them out, but they've got everything stacked up in there. They're read and run. They're not looking for any passes, not looking for anything, any key plays on the option. They know what we're going to try to do.
From the 33, the pitch goes to Jackson. He barely got the ball, it looked like, but it crosses the 35 to about the 36 and 3 yards.
Yeah, Sam looked like he had a little trouble, getting a handle on the football, but we went ahead and broke it out there for probably about a 3-yard gain.
We've seen the same thing happen to Glasgow today. Bailey on 3 or 4 occasions had a little bit of trouble. Not only is it wet, but it's cold. The temperature in the mid-40s here in Louisville today. Corbin now, big play here. 3rd down and 6 for the first down from their own 36-yard line. And Duncombe rolling, Duncombe looking. He'll throw it. Will Greer get it? He battles. And is it intercepted or not? No, it's an incomplete pass. Quite a struggle for that football.
We had a struggle for the football on that side, but we had Martin Earl Pennington. He was 30 yards deep, and I'm not sure that Greg or anybody else could have thrown it that far, but he was 30 yards behind everybody.
So now Corbin will have to give it up. 4 minutes and 57 seconds to go, and a struggle of a scoreless first half. Rose has been a very adept punter this year, but he suffered an injury earlier in the game today. He got a 25-yarder the first time. Let's see what he does here at his 25-yard line. And Rose much better this time, as the ball will hit and go out of bounds at about the 34-yard line, where Glasgow will take over. We have another timeout on the field with the score. Corbin nothing, Glasgow nothing. Well, good news. Another penalty against Glasgow, which for the second straight time on a punting situation would mean that Corbin would retain possession. Now, that's the first indication we got, Bill, but now they're talking to Glasgow. Let's see what happens.
I'm not sure what the penalty was, and Glasgow's a little bit upset about it, too. This is 2 times in a row, and if we do get a first down ever, we definitely need to take advantage of this situation and try to get the ball in the end zone.
Second.
15-yarder. Redhounds got to maintain ball control. We got almost 5 minutes left on the clock here. A little under 5 minutes left on the clock. We need to maintain possession, take the ball down, and punch the ball in the end zone.
For Corbin, that is their 7th first down of this game. Now a big break right there. The ball at the Glasgow 48-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Slot formation to the right side. And the draw. Here's Greer, 45. Greer inside the 40. And Tommy almost submarined it to the goal.
You could have driven a tractor trailer through the hole he went through. Beautiful run by Tommy Greer, and there's some awful fine blocking up front.
He gets 9 yards to the 39-yard line of Glasgow. It'll be 2nd down, a yard to go. 4.5 minutes here in the first half. So a big break. A 15-yard penalty against Glasgow. Corbin retains possession. Now let's see if the Redhounds can put one in. Pennington wide to the right. This is Steve Rollins for the 2nd time today, and watch him dig. He got the Corbin first down. That's number 8.
Steve Rollins, he was stopped there, and he just never stops. Redhounds don't stop. They can't quit. They know they're playing with a heart. They're not playing with a physical size. They're playing from the heart. And Steve Rollins goes ahead and picks up a big first down for the Hounds.
To the 37-yard line, he picked up 2 and the 8th first down. And Bill, each team has had possession only 2 times. That's the kind of football it is when these 2 teams meet. In the last meeting, each team had it only 4 times for half. From the 37 now. Straight ahead, Steve again. Steve barrels down to the 30-yard line.
Just a tremendous effort by Steve Rollins. He's another big play man. He keeps doing his job, and he's got that little brother up there pushing those holes out for him. Just a great team concept by the Redhounds.
2nd down, 3 to go for the first down. 3.5 minutes now remaining in the first half. Here comes Frederick, number 12, wide to the left side. The ball just shy of the Glasgow 30-yard line. Duncombe calls. Steely gets. Steely didn't have a hole there. He was trying to let something develop, Bill, but it never did.
Everything was clogged in the middle. He went ahead and came up the line of scrimmage and stutter-stepped and saw that there wasn't anything there. I just went ahead and lunged forward there and probably maybe got a yard and a half out of it just on the length of his body.
It's going to be 3rd down, a couple of yards to go for the Corbin first down now. 2 minutes, 57 seconds to go. We're in the first half of a scoreless state championship game. And this is Greer. Tommy looking for the first down, and Tommy gets the first down to about the 25-yard line.
He's playing with it from the shoulders up. He's playing heads-up football. He used his head that time. He should never have got the first down, just kept his head up and was thinking all the time and went ahead and saw the first down marker out there and went ahead and dived for it and got it.
At the 26.5-yard line, so he got 3 yards. Let's call it the 26, and for Corbin, that is their 9th first down here in the first half. 2 minutes, 27 seconds to go now. And this is Steve Rollins again, hopping across the 25 down to the 21.
These kind of weather conditions, the Redhounds, it typifies the kind of work that they've done. They started working in October last year after that Middlesboro football game. They've worked hard. It didn't make any difference if it's 15 below zero, if there's snow on the ground, if there's ice on the ground, if it's raining. These are the kind of conditions that they know. It didn't make any difference. For all they care, the sun's out and it's 90 degrees out there and they're working hard.
It's 2nd down and 5 for Corbin at the 21. Steve Rollins again across the 20, and watch Steve plow inside to about the 18-yard line, about 3 more yards.
I've heard a lot of people say this over the years. They keep saying, Archie Pryor's football teams have been Taylor left and Taylor right, And Coach Adams, he's typified that. He comes back, and you got Rollins left and Rollins right. And I tell you what, I'm getting to the point where I'm getting very used to this style of football with the Red Hounds, and I love it because it's maintained ball control, and we just go ahead methodically about our work and push the ball out.
Third down, a yard to go for the first down, and this is Steve Rollins again. He has that first down inside the 15 to about the 14. A minute 19 here in the first half, and Bill, Glasgow has run 15 plays in the first half. That was the 34th play that Corbin has run in the half.
If Glasgow saw the Middlesboro film, they're very much aware of what's happening to them right now. Our Hogs are just blowing them right off the line of scrimmage, and our backs are fighting with everything that they've got and playing it from the heart.
First down, number 10 for the Hounds now at the Glasgow 14-yard line. The clock runs with a minute 8 seconds here in the first half. In motion, Greer. Duncombe looks. He's being chased. Here comes Gregg. Uh-oh, he's in trouble, and the carpet causes us some problems there.
Well, it was 1st and 10. It was a good play, good call, and just evidently we were covered on the play because Gregg, when he came out, there was one right on his heels. He got away from him, and then somebody cut him off, and he tried to stop, and the feet just left him there because it is damp out there.
It's back at about the 21-yard line now. 49 seconds in the first half, and it looks now the situation has called for an air game, Bill.
Well, you got an air game, or at the same time, you got some timeouts left. Maybe the best thing to do is try to go ahead and push that thing on down the gut there. We've got a good, strong leg kicker here. There may be an opportunity that we may have to go ahead and try to put 3 points up on the board. That may be enough that we can get out of this half.
We have a timeout called. We'll be back with the final 49 seconds right after these messages from our sponsors. So a big play for Corbin from the 21-yard line. 2nd down and 17 for the first down. Seeley wide to the right, and Duncombe back to throw. Duncombe being pressured. He'll let it go. It'll be up for Frederick, and Frederick battles. Number 28 got in front of him. Bill, Mike gave it a good try.
Mike Frederick showed some of those good basketball tools. He went up. He did everything he possibly could in order to come down with the football, and he almost did. I thought that he was even going, after the ball was deflected, come up with it before he hit the ground in the end zone.
It was Childress, number 28, defending. 42 seconds to go now. Corbin will have it 3rd and 17. The Red Hounds got down to the 12 earlier in this game. They were at the 14 before the loss a minute ago, and so they've elected to call timeout once again. So twice they've been able to drive deep in Glasgow territory, but neither team has been able to show anything on the scoreboard thus far.
We've got to get this ball down at least, where it's at least a chip shot in case that we do have to go for a 3-pointer. It would be great to get 6 points on the board, but it's going to be awful tough because they're very much aware of what we're going to try to do, and from the standpoint of trying to get 6 on the board. So looks like from that standpoint we ought to try to go ahead and get that thing on up the gut maybe and get it on in there where we get a little chip shot.
No wind today. This is an odd occurrence, especially in the state championship game. We've had some that they would just blow the ball around on the football field, but nothing here today. The flag is limp. So what will Corbin do now? The ball at the 21-yard line. By the way, this will be our final telecast this year of Corbin football, but we'll be back with Corbin basketball on the game of the week for the boys and girls. Now, we hope you've enjoyed it. It's been our best season by far because this is the first time that we've been able to follow them on TV all the way here to the state championship game. Here we go. The big 3rd down play. 3rd and 17 from the 21. Slot formation to the right side. And Duncombe looking. Duncombe being challenged. He'll throw. He's got Greer at the 20. Greer comes back to the 15. Greer at the 10. He slides down at the 10-yard line. Clock running at 32 seconds, but Corbin, Bill, will have the field position that you were talking about.
Yeah, we've got the field position. I'm just not real sure what Coach Adams is going to try to do right now. We've got, well, it stopped 29 seconds on the clock. Tommy did a good job. Tommy tried to make a cut on him, and you can see whenever he made that cut, the water came up off the turf, and his feet went out from under him. They went ahead and stopped him, but he made a tremendous run, good move on the outside to cut back into the middle.
We haven't had a field goal try this year from in close. Now, we've had one against Glasgow that would have been 42 yards that was blocked by the Scotties, and they turned that into a touchdown in the 3rd period. But we were not this close. And, of course, we did not have Reedy trying either.
No, we didn't have Reedy. We had Sidewinder Storms, and now Reedy kicking straight ahead here. It looks like to me that I would consider it to be a chip shot for him. He's got a good, strong leg on him. But the main thing is, if you remember against Glasgow in the first meeting we had with them this year, we tried a field goal in that game, and they blocked it. And the way it was set up on the block, they almost had an opportunity to return the thing all the way back. But we went ahead and shut that off.
A big play right here. Duncombe setting it up, getting the guide that he wants. And Roger Rose directing him as just where to put it down. He will put it down at about the 17-yard line. It would be 27 yards, 29 seconds and a half. Here we go. Scoreless game. Glasgow charging in, and I believe they were offsides. That might be a first down. Hold it. Bill, we need about 5 yards. No, it looks like 6 from here.
Is it a 6-yarder? Oh, it's still getting tight. Somebody watching after us, but we need one more yard.
It's 4th down and 6 at the 10-yard line. We need to get to the 4. That will be 5 of them, but you got to think about the kicking now. That makes it a much better opportunity for Reedy.
Makes it a better opportunity. You're sitting here and you're second guessing. Well, they're going for it. There's no second guess to it. We're going for it.
27 seconds to go. We're going for the 3 points now. Duncombe holding. And the placement down. The kick is up. It is good. It hit the crossbar, Bill, and goes through.
He's living right. He's living right. That's all I can tell you. Hit the crossbar, and I kept waiting to see him put the hand up. I kept waiting to see him do it. I went ahead and put it up.
Tell Coach Claiborne that he's a freshman. He's sitting over here.
He knows.
Claiborne looked at that one as it bounced over. I looked over at him. He was just shaking his head. Well, a 22-yard field goal by Nooners Reedy with 22 seconds to go here in the first half has given Corbin a 3-0 lead. And now the kickoff. Bill, what will we do here? Will we try to squib it?
No, I think the best thing for us to do is go ahead and kick that thing just as far as you can kick it, because we've got all those hogs that get downfield here and go ahead and put the hat on it. Alan Sadler by 1, but I see a lot of hogs out there that are going to get down here and get on this football.
22 seconds in the first half. Corbin has taken a 3-0 lead in a hard-hitting first half of football for the state AA crown. And here's Reedy now. Number 18. And he'll kick it on the ground, and it's going to be handled by 82. Here they go. Will they try the California? Nope. There's Greer hitting Bailey. No band was on the field for him to run through.
Well, Alan Sadler's the first guy that made him go ahead and made his turn, and whenever he made his turn, Tommy Greer grabbed him, just took him in that international wrestling hole and went ahead and slammed him to the turf.
Glasgow will have the ball at their 29-yard line now. Only 14 seconds here in the first half. Corbin leads by 3-0. The clock runs as Glasgow breaks out of the huddle. Number 21, Tony Wooten, coming wide to the right side. 86, Jerry Pullen to the other side. They'll try it up the middle, and Childress is hit hard. Getting up there was number 65, Todd Trosper. 65, Todd Trosper, and we've got, let's see, boy, Todd Trosper, he made a super lick there. You know, ever since that lick on Kyle, he's been right there. He's been right in the thick of things. Well, we've reached the end of the first half of the state championship game between Corbin and Glasgow here from Louisville, Kentucky. And at halftime, the score is Corbin 3, Glasgow nothing. We'll be back with halftime activities right after these messages from our sponsors. Time of this exciting championship game between Corbin and Glasgow. The Redhounds lead it by 3-0. Bill, some very hard hitting in that first half. Yeah, we saw some awful good hitting in the first half. It's a tremendous test for both teams. We've got Glasgow and Corbin both in here, two of the best teams in AA football in the state of Kentucky. And just by the good fortune of Reedy's foot and the crossbar and the good luck of the Irish and whatever's upstairs, the ball slid down the crossbar and we're up 3-0 at halftime. You saw what that 5-yard penalty did. It got us in close enough for that one to slip over. We were talking in the first half about the backs. Now we want to go over some of those that have contributed this year to the Corbin line. And number 54, Flathead Rose. Yeah, Roger Rose, he's a 5'9", 210-pound junior. He was the starting defensive end in 1980 on this football team that won this up here. And he's back this year again in a starting position and hopefully be back here next year. He's played defensive end for us. He's played tackle for us. He's played tight end. They even tried to use him as a blocking back and a fullback early on in the summer. And he's also the punter on this football team. He's a tremendous leader. He's one of the strongest people in the state of Kentucky for a hog and in the trenches. We have another great one, too. He's coming back next year. Number 61, Alan Sadler. He's a 6'2", 194-pound junior.
Well, you know, a lot of people tell me if we've got a major college prospect from the standpoint of physical attributes, it's Alan Sadler. Alan Sadler is the offensive center. It's a key position on the football team, and he's done a tremendous job at that. But the thing about it is he's as good as any defensive end in the state of Kentucky, if not the best defensive end in the state of Kentucky.
Corbin's loaded with juniors fans. Number 62, Richard Fox, 5'9", 153 pounds.
Well, he's a headhunter. You know, the kid, you know, he's not what you call a practice player, but he's one of those people that like to put the silk on, and when you put the silk on, he gets out there and he goes after people. A tremendous athlete, and he's really came on and risen to the occasion for the Red Hounds this year.
One that we hate to lose, number 63, Steve Jewell. He's all-state. Jewell, 5'10", 223 pounds.
Steve Jewell, this is his third trip to the state championship. He was, I think he went once with Somerset, and he's gone twice with us. He was here in 1980, and now he is back here again with the Red Hounds, and he's a tremendous leader on this football team. All the kids look up to him. He's a player that actually should not have played, as we've said so many times, the first 3 ball games this year, but he went ahead and played not only offensively, defensively, both. He not only leads by performance, but he leads by the enthusiasm he generates for all the younger players. He's a veteran, and the way he spends his spare time is with his dad, and you watch his films all night long. Never gets any sleep. He's a real credit to the football team, and as much as a coach on the field.
A great one, number 63, Steve Jewell. Then we have number 65, Todd Trosper, another junior, 5'8", 181-pounder.
Well, I think everybody realized who Todd Trosper was in Middlesboro when he made that key lick on Kyle just before the half there. He went ahead and stopped Kyle on that 2-point conversion. But to go back and you look at the films of what Todd Trosper's done all year, you don't get the credit to the linemen that they need. Todd Trosper's been there on a lot of key plays. I went back and watched some of the films over and over again, and Todd Trosper's been there. But the thing that we remember most about him is what he did to Kyle, and if you just watched the half here, you saw Todd Trosper make a key lick on the Glasgow back here and stop him just before half.
Number 67, Tom Campbell, a 5'10", 176-pound senior.
Tom Campbell's one of those players that plays from the shoulders up. He plays with his head. He's a senior. He's been in there. He's added so much to this Red Hound football team. You know, when they finally found out who wanted it the most, Tom Campbell's one of those people, and he's been in there contributing every game.
Here's a player that the coaches really praise. Number 68, Matt Church. Matt's 5'10", 222-pound senior.
Well, it's something I'll never forget about him. When we had the interview last week up there, and he's got so much enthusiasm. He gives so much credit to the other players and to his coaches, and he thinks that Clyde Birch had hung the moon. Matt Church is another prospect that we've got there that could go on and play at a bigger level than a lot of the kids that we've had in the past. Matt Church is just an inspiration to watch him. He's got good physical size. He's a headhunter. He'll hit you, and he plays with that Red Hound rash.
Number 69, Stephen Ellison, 5'11", 169-pound senior.
Stephen Ellison, there's another senior that has added so much to this football team. You know, these seniors, you know, they just mold together, and there's a cohesiveness bond between these people that just it spreads throughout the younger classmen that we've got there, and he's added so much. Stephen's added so much to our football team this year.
Then we have number 77, another senior, Joel Lowe, 5'11", 208 pounds.
Joel Lowe's another one of those. The Hogs don't get that much credit. We keep watching for the backs, and everybody watches the ball and everything, but Lowe's been in there, and he's played tremendous football. He's another credit to the Red Hounds.
Number 88, Martin Earl Pennington. He's a junior, 6', 184-pounder.
Well, yeah, I keep saying all year, you know, if somebody's watching him, they're going to see that he's got the speed and he's got the size that he could possibly even play fullback for somebody. He's got great hands. He makes up that tandem, that other defensive end. He plays with good enthusiasm. He's a good motivator. He keeps pushing everybody all the time. He shows that enthusiasm. Middlesboro, when everything was going our way in the second half, you could see that charge. It wasn't false chatter. Martin Earl Pennington was up there, and he was swinging those arms and getting everybody else to swing them. He's a tremendous football player.
So, Bill, we've described quite a few of those, but we have a lot of other kids that'll be playing next year. We're going to have them in the limelight in years to come.
Okay.
3-0 at halftime here as Corbin leads over Glasgow in the State AA Championship game. We'll be back with more in just a minute. Here at halftime with Corbin leading Glasgow by 3-0 in the first half. Coach Claiborne, we'd like to have your comments on the first half of this action.
Well, I think the big thing was the way that both of them played defense. You know, the ball didn't change hands, but each team had it just twice. And Corbin kept both of their drives going by a penalty on the punting situation. So I think they're both playing real good defense, and the 3 points kind of testifies that, because that's all the points they've put on the board so far.
Coach Kidd, the last time these two teams met, each team had the ball only 4 times in each half.
Well, I saw the last time they played in Corbin, and I tell you, Corbin was really fired up that night. They really got after him defensively and really moved the ball a little better than what they're doing tonight. But I think they got too 2 fumbles, I think, helped in the last time they played.
As you look to the second half, Coach Claiborne, what would you see that either team would need to do to break out?
Well, I think that the Glasgow, really, they look like they're going to kind of get a big play. You know, they just look like right now they look more exciting right now than Corbin. Corbin's just taking the ball and running right at them. And Glasgow's offense is looking a lot more explosive, but they haven't exploded yet. So I think that maybe that they might get a couple of big plays that could help them a great deal.
Roy, Bill Hoover said in the first half he's beginning to really like this 3 yards, 3 yards. It seems to be paying off.
Well, I tell you, if we did that, everybody'd be hollering at us. I tell you, if we didn't throw the ball every now and then, I'd sure be hearing it, I tell you that.
We're quite proud of Coach Roy Kidd, of course, from Corbin and that undefeated year, and we hope all the way.
Thank you. We're certainly going to try.
All right. Thank you, two coaches, for being with us here at halftime.
Thank you, Don.
Here we go now to the second half of this game as Corbin will receive the kick. The rain is coming down, Bill. By the way, the music in the background, the Corbin High School band, and of course because of the rain, they were staying under the shelter here at halftime, and we heartily agree with that decision. But getting the ball the second half.
Yeah, we've got the ball second half here, and I hope that we can just go ahead and generate some of that enthusiasm and momentum that we had in the first half and just use the ball control. And it's going to be awful tough to do anything other than what we did because the rain is coming down. If anybody's thinking pass, and it's going to be awful tough because it is slick field condition.
Here we go, and the kick. Reedy at the 14, 20, 25, Reedy 30, and down he'll go at about the 31-yard line. So very decent field position to start the second half.
Yeah, we got good field position. He came up and had a pretty good little return. That looked like about close to a 20-yard return.
Corbin leads by 3-0. Just getting underway now in the third period of this game. Martin Earl Pennington goes wide to the right at end. And this is Steve Rollins for about a yard.
Yeah, Steve picked up about a yard there. And Glasgow, 3 points down here at halftime. They come back out here, and I think that they're very much aware that they're very much in this football game, and they know what's at stake. It's a state crown, and we're going to see a good football game this second half.
The ball up to the 32-yard line, where Corbin will have it 2nd down and 9. Once again, the end split wide to the right side. Dunk on the option, and keeping as Greg brings it across the 35.
Yeah, you know, he had his pitch man out there. He had his pitch man and had a blocker in front of him. He had Tommy Greer trailing him that time, but still I think he probably did make the smart thing of going ahead and trying to turn the ball up.
He got it up to the 35-yard line. That's a pickup of 3 yards, and Corbin will have it 3rd down and 6 to go for the first down. So a big play here as Steve Rollins, number 44, comes in with the play from Coach Cotton Adams. Corbin leads by 3-0. Pennington split at end to the right side. The rain is coming straight down. As Duncombe steps, he'll throw. Pennington looks. He can't get it. It's going to be intercepted. And at the 45, Wooten to midfield, down to the Corbin 47-yard line. And a penalty marker is dropped. Although Frederick did not hit the player, he still got a penalty for it.
I don't understand the flag on it. Duncombe did a good job coming up and going ahead and cut his feet out from under him. Oh, I think they're going to. It's against Glasgow. That's what the penalty's for. It's against Glasgow. It's not on Frederick.
Wonderful. I was thinking it looked like Frederick was coming in, but maybe he was clipped, and that could be the penalty. So Glasgow has had 3 major penalties today.
Well, you know, Frederick's played all year. He's got a bad knee, and not a lot of people realize just exactly what kind of situation he's been in playing under the conditions with that bad knee. But, you know, somebody come up and cut him like that, you know, I just hope it wasn't the same knee.
A pass interception starts the second half for Glasgow now. As Corbin leads it by 3-0. 21, Tony Wooten had the interception. Glasgow back at their own 39-yard line. As they have Jerry Poland split to the right side, Wooten to the left. They try up the middle to Bailey, and Bailey is hit and stopped at the 40-yard line.
He was stopped by the Red Hounds. That was Matt Church was there, and we had number 72. We've got Clayton Ely. Clayton Ely was in there, made contact on that. Bailey just ran up in there, and he met the Red Hounds.
A 1-yard gain to the 40-yard line now, and Glasgow has its 2nd down and 9. Wooten to the right, Poland to the left. And the option. Oh, he goes down. There comes Fox, and down goes Jones.
Richard Fox said hello. Richard Fox is right on top of him. You know, Jones, I tell you what, though, he's got a lot of guts. I remember quarterback 1962 was a sophomore starting the state championship, Gary Frederick, that wore that same number out there. And this kid right here, we saw him at Corbin this year. He played with a lot of guts. We busted his cull there about just a little bit before half, and he came back and played the entire second half and spent the night at the Southeastern Baptist Hospital up there, and he's a good competitor.
He lost 4 yards to the 36-yard line, and Glasgow will have it 3rd and 13 now. And this is Jones on the option now. Jones cutting back, and down he goes as Sadler almost takes his head off.
Alan Sadler, he was out there to do a little punishment on that. He came through there again. That's a gutty quarterback that's out there, and they got a 4th down situation, though. Sadler came up and finally went ahead and polished the rest of him off.
He got up to the 42-yard line. That would give him 6 yards, but it's still going to be 4th down and 7 for the 1st down. 8 minutes, 20 seconds to go. We're in the 3rd quarter. And Elmore in punt formation, standing at his 28-yard line. Here's the kick. It's a low one. That means that Reedy may have time. He will. The 25. Reedy to the 30. Reedy 35, 40. Reedy 45, and a beautiful return.
Got those snow gloves on out there, and whenever he got the football, he came over, hit this sideline over here, and is picking his way and changing those gears and running with all the confidence that anybody could ever want to have. It was a good run by Reedy.
Reedy has given Corbin good field position at the 45-yard line after a 33-yard punt by Elmore. So Corbin operates 1st and 10 on their 2nd possession of this 2nd half. Wide to the right is Pennington at end. And this is Rollins. Rollins digging for 4, maybe 5 up near midfield.
Well, I just so impressed with Steve Rollins and his running style. Boy, I tell you what, he knows what he's doing out there with the football. I'm very much impressed with him.
And Glasgow has sustained an injury now as number 44, Mike Vaughn, a 163-pound senior, gets up slowly as we have a timeout call. Timeout with the score, Corbin 3, Glasgow nothing. Corbin with the ball at the 49-yard line, 2nd down and 6. And Greer across midfield, and Greer pushes people out of his way and pushes them down to the 45.
Tommy, whenever he got to the end of his run there was somebody came up and was going to go ahead and stop him. He just went ahead and took that forearm, just knocked him on back, and they're patting each other out there, telling each other it's a good leg. Tommy Greer, he knows. He's got genes in his body that tell him just exactly what he's supposed to do today.
He just got 5 yards, and Corbin will have it 3rd down, a yard to go for the 1st down. And Steve Rollins gets that 1st down, the first of the 2nd half, as he plows down to the 42 and picks up 4 yards.
He's following his little brother again there. Danny Rollins went ahead and made a fine block at the line of scrimmage there, just like a guard. One thing we've got to do in our ball control, if we cannot allow Glasgow to get the ball back. Glasgow at any time in this ball game, they've got the explosiveness that they can go ahead and break a big play at any time.
That's the 11th 1st down of the game for Corbin. Now with the ball at the 42-yard line, and this is Greer. Greer across the 40 to about the 38-yard line, or 37.
The way Tommy Greer and Steve Rollins are running, it kind of reminds me they spent the night with Greg Taylor last night. And Greg Taylor tells them just exactly what they're supposed to do up here today. You play this game from the heart.
I love Greg at the pep rally last night. He was something else. At the 37-yard line, it's a run of 5 yards by Greer. 2nd down and 5 for Corbin. Split into the left side is Frederick. And on the option, this is Duncombe. Duncombe at the 35. Duncombe to the 31, maybe the 30-yard line, and a Corbin 1st down.
He looked good that time. You know, the only thing that worries me is just make sure that he keeps that gorilla hand around the football and keep it tucked in good, because he made a fine run that time. But the way he runs straight up, and if he takes a good shot, there's a chance that ball is going to cough up, so he's got to make sure he keeps a handle on the football.
He got 7 yards that time, the 12th 1st down of the game for Corbin, as Pennington goes wide to the right. The ball just shy of the 30-yard line. 6 minutes to go in the 3rd period. And this is Duncombe to Steve Rollins, and watch Steve go. He saw the hole, he went for it, and he got about 5 yards. Inside the 30 to the 26.
you know, something Greg Taylor said last night. He said, you know, you guys got to remember this. If you're up there playing tomorrow and, you know, you can't worry about getting hurt or anything, because he said, in case you do, he said, you know, you got all winter to get well, and that's just exactly the way Steve Rollins is running out there.
Second down, 6 yards to go for Corbin at the Glasgow 26-yard line. Frederick wide to the left. And up the middle goes Greer. Greer looking for first down yardage across the 20 to the 19, and a Corbin first down.
He's running with Greg Taylor inside of him. He's the man that filled his place this year, and he's running with Greg Taylor inside of him right now.
A healthy Greer all year long. That 7-4 record, well, could have been a lot different. I'll tell you that, fans. He got it to the 20-yard line, a run of 6 yards, and Corbin has it 1st and 10. The 13th first down of the game for the Hounds. 5:15. We're in the third period. Corbin leading by 3-0. Steve again. Steve following beautiful blocking off that right side across the 15 and down to the 13.
Coach Claiborne's up here. He's shaking his head with enthusiasm. He likes that. He needs some of that, too.
Down to the 13-yard line. He got 7 yards, and Corbin will have it 2nd down and 3. So the Red Hounds on a drive from the 45-yard line. The deepest that either team has been is the 10-yard line. Wide out to the left side is Frederick. This is Greer. Greer looks for short yardage in close to the 10-yard line. It'll be close for a Corbin first down. Tom saw nothing was there at the left. He cut back to his right and got in just shy of the 10.
I love my Red Hounds. I tell you what, they know how to go about their work, and they're showing some real style right now. A lot of class and a lot of style out there. They're just blowing people off the line. Glasgow, they're standing there, just say, well, you know, what's coming next? And they know. We're coming right at them.
Here we go. 3rd down, less than a yard to go at the 10-yard line. And it's Steve Rollins. Watch him dig. Steve would have the first down, I believe. They try to bend him and tear him in two, and a penalty marker goes down. It's going to be against Glasgow, I believe. Bailey is very upset for Glasgow, but it seemed to me like they kept executing long after the play, and it's a face mask.
They can't stop us. They get face masks. They still can't stop us.
I'll tell you what, fans, you don't know how enjoyable it's been to work with Bill Hoover this year. He's something else. At the 9, the first down was garnered. That was first down number 14. Now to the 5-yard line on the half the distance penalty. And, Bill, this is the closest that either team has been this year.
We smell it. We smell it. We know where it's at, and we're going to take the thing in the end zone.
Closest that either team has been in the game to the goal line at the 5. 1st and goal for Corbin. And this is Greer. Watch him go. Watch him go! Tommy Greer has gone 5 yards for the score with 3 minutes and 46 seconds to go here in the third period, and Corbin has taken a 9-0 lead.
Tommy Greer, he was here. He remembers what Greg Taylor did. I remember Greg Taylor. I guarantee you he was in his foot tracks. I guarantee you he was in the same foot tracks of Greg Taylor when Greg Taylor broke that plane of that end zone. Same place, same location to field. Beautiful run by Tommy Greer.
It took Corbin 10 plays to go the 55 yards for the score. Now the try for the point after, and Glasgow or somebody is way off sides. Number 28 was in this side. We'll have penalty markers dropped, however. Glasgow getting a little upset again. I thought it was an obvious offsides penalty, though.
Yeah, it was obvious. I'm so happy. I'm watching Coach Adams and Coach Faulkner and the whole staff down here on the sideline, and Coach Adams trying to get timeout. He's trying to get timeout right now, and evidently with that short yardage there, we're going to go for 2. We're going to go for 2, it looks like.
So Corbin will have it half the distance of the goal line, which puts it to the 1.5-yard line, and Coach Cotton Adams says, let's talk about what we're going to do here. That big line has been blowing Glasgow off. They'll probably go for 2. We have a timeout in the score. Corbin 9, Glasgow nothing. Corbin will have it on the try for the points after touchdown at the 1.5-yard line. Alan Sadler, number 61, out over the ball at center. Wide to the left is Mike Frederick. The Rollins boys and Steely in the backfield behind Duncombe, and here we go. And it's going to be Duncombe waltzes in. Corbin gets 2 more, Bill.
I love it. I got to say this, and I want to say it because I may not have another opportunity to. Coach Cotton Adams for the Red Hounds. He's a man that doesn't want to coach at Notre Dame. He's a man that doesn't want to coach at Eastern. He's a man that doesn't want to coach at the University of Kentucky, the Oakland Raiders, or whoever. And I think that the people in Corbin need to realize that anytime that they second guess what Coach Cotton Adams means to this football team, what he means to this community, his only goal in life is where he's at right now. And it doesn't change. It'll be the same way next fall. And it'll be the same way with him forever. And I love him, and I love what he's added to this football team. And I appreciate him. And I think the people in Corbin need to do the same thing.
He has his team on top by 11-0 now with 3:46 to go in the third period. And that was just a super physical drive for 10 plays that covered the 55 yards. And Corbin will be kicking off now with the freshman Nooners Reedy teeing the ball up at the 40. And downfield it's taken. And number 20 almost fell at the 13 to the 20, 25, and down he goes. Prosper one. And we'll count the others.
Todd Trosper, Steve Champlin. We've got Stephen Ellison. We've got Steve Rollins. We had Martin Earl Pennington. And Todd Trosper just, he unbuckled a chin strap on him there. Got a good lick.
So Glasgow takes over. This will be their second possession of this half at their 25-yard line. Corbin leading by 11-0 with 3.5 minutes to go in the third period. The wide out to the right side is number 86, Poland. Wooten goes to the left. Poland goes in motion. And this is Jones. Jones hit. Jones slides free. Jones slides free. Jones 33, 34-yard line. Nice run.
He's a tremendous athlete. I think he's the best athlete on that football team. You know, he's the guts of that football team, and he was stopped 2 or 3 times and still broke it out for a good game for him. And it looks like it's going to be second and real close.
Glasgow has only 3 first downs in the game compared with 14 for Corbin, but Jones got 9 yards on that one just across the 34-yard line. 2 minutes and 48 seconds to go in the third period. Glasgow in their first ever state championship game. Wideouts both ways once again as Scotty Jones, the quarterback, gives to number 25, got running room. And he crosses the 40 up to the 45 and finally taken down by Richard Fox as Jeff Buford, the fullback, had a big hole.
Yeah, that's a play that we haven't seen them use to this point in this football game, and that's something that we've got to be very much aware of. We cannot allow them to break any big plays because a big play break here put them right back in this football game.
That's their biggest play of the game, 12 yards to the 46-yard line, and the 4th first down of the game. Ellison trying to hurriedly get off, Ely it is, trying to hurriedly get off the field for Corbin. He does, as it's a draw play to Bailey. Bailey hit once, twice, 3 times, and Bailey finally taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Bailey was taken down by, looks like Matt Church. Matt Church was in there. Martin Earl finally came in to add a little something to it. Roger Rose got back in there for Ely. Ely's gone ahead and played that defensive tackle for the Red Hounds on that far side over there, but Roger's back in there. We're counting down here with about 1.5 minutes to go, or 1:50 to go in the third quarter. And Rose is back in there. He knows what's on the line. He's got to get up and play this fourth quarter hard for us.
Wideouts both ways on 2nd and 10 from the 46-yard line. Straight back Jones. He looks over the middle. He's got his man wide open. Will he catch it? It's taken away by Fox. Fox at the 40, 45, 47-yard line. Richard Fox steals the ball.
Richard Fox just went up and took it away from him. Reminds me of that play that Jerry Eisman pulled against the University of Tennessee many, many years ago. He just went ahead and stripped him of the ball. Beautiful play by Richard Fox.
Corbin will get the ball for the 3rd time here in the second half at their own 46-yard line as the receiver was having trouble. That was the tight end, Mike Elmore, that went across the middle. He had done that earlier in the game, but this time couldn't come up with it. 1st and 10 for Corbin. And this is Rollins. Rollins plows off that right side, gets about a yard to the 47-yard line.
I'm seeing Glasgow bodies all over the field. Somebody took defensive tackle and drove him to the sideline on that play. We did get short yardage out of it, but still, you know, our offensive lines, we got the ball back, and they're going to go back to work doing what they do best.
1 minute to go in the third period. Corbin leading 11-0 in this championship game. The Red Hounds won in 76 and in 80, and going for it in 82. 2nd and 9. And Duncombe, as he's done all the time, keeps the ball in Glasgow territory to the 48-yard line and 5 yards.
Yeah, it's a good run by Greg. Greg, good leader out there. He went ahead and turned something that didn't really look like anything, turned into a good game for us. We picked up about 5 yards on the play, and It's going to be third and looks to be about 5.
So Corbin will send Martin Earl Pennington wide to the right at end. Time runs here in the third period, only 20 seconds to go. The ball at the 48-yard line. And here we go. This is Steve Rollins with a head of steam, gets the first down. 40, Steve digs, and they strip him of the ball, and Glasgow gets it at the 35-yard line. But he was really digging it.
He was getting everything he could get. And whenever, you know, the only thing is they just stripped him of the football. They never did take him off his feet, and the ball coughed up, and they got it. We came awful close to coming up with it, though.
Only 8 seconds to go in the third period. Glasgow gets the ball at their 35-yard line on the second fumble of the afternoon. Getting rather dark here now. A good crowd. Matter of fact, one of the biggest crowds that we have seen for a state championship game, but they're all below us. You don't see them in camera range. That's the end of the third period of this game, and after 3 quarters, the score is Corbin 11, Glasgow nothing. We're entering the fourth period of this game, and the rain comes pouring down as Glasgow gets the ball at their own 35-yard line. Again, wideouts both ways for Scotty Jones, number 11, the quarterback. He pitches back end around number 21, and down he goes, or does he? He almost does. Now he's running everywhere, reverses his field, and he's out of bounds after about the 35. And what happened? Yep, the clip on number 25. He went right into the back of Reedy. Well, I think it was Church, the first one, that had him down, and he finally slipped through.
Boy, there was a lot of football on that play. What I'm so excited about is that Nooner's Reedy, he came over here headed cut off on this side, and Buford, number 25. I remember the first confrontation this year that Reedy had. Buford, senior, good, quick kid, strong. He went to work on Reedy, and the only thing he could do to Reedy that time was clip, because Reedy's far exceeded him in maturity today, and they're marching them back down the other way.
Down to the 14-yard line is where the penalty is marked off. So Glasgow will have it first down. They must get to the 45-yard line for the first down. 31 yards to go for the first down. We will make copies of the original tape commercial-free for anybody that would want. Contact one of us, Gene Harless, Jerome Baird, Dale Johnson, or Donnie Stepp for $25 in your tape or $45 and we supply the tape. A fumble! They're going for it. Corbin May. It's still free. We got it.
Steely, ball was all over the field. Go back to 1980. Remember Red Dog on a punt. He and Benny Lewis came downfield, same location in the field. They made a lick on a kid on a punt return. The ball was free. We came up with it. Beautiful play by the Redhounds.
Steely has recovered that fumble at the 7-yard line, and Corbin will have it first and goal to go, leading 11-0. Wide out to the right side now is Martin Earl Pennington. Greg Duncombe, number 5, the quarterback, goes under. It's raining here in Louisville, and this is Steve Rollins off that right side as he crosses the 5 and down to the 4-yard line.
We're going in. We're going to go in here in a minute. I'm looking at the skyline here in Louisville, and I'm checking all this smog, pollution, nasty, and filth. And the prettiest thing I see is the Redhounds and those red jerseys and those silver breeches, and we're getting ready to put 6 more points on the board right now.
From the 4-yard line, Duncombe has it second down and goal to go. Greg gives. It's Steve Rollins again. Hits a big wall, but gets 2 more yards to the 2-yard line.
He's big-time back. He is a big-time back. I cannot believe the enthusiasm and motivation the Redhounds are doing right now. They are absolutely taking it to the Scotties. They don't even want to be on the football field. I cannot believe it.
Again, we will make tapes if you would want one made from the original. Commercial free. Let us know and we'll make you tapes. Here we go. Third down and goal from the 2-yard line, and this is Steve again, and Steve is hit hard, and he's close. Boy, big number 77. Rollins hit him so hard. That is Steve Pierce, weighs 220 pounds. He rolls over and knows he was hit, and so did number 76. That was Lafferty, and he weighs 200 pounds.
Fourth and 1, we got a timeout here. Coach Adams is going to go out here and tell them just exactly what to do, like they didn't know.
10:09 to go. We'll be back with the touchdown play. 4th down, goal to go, right after these messages from our sponsors. Glasgow had an injured player on the play. Again, For those of you that could not tape this off of our telecast or would like a better copy of it, we would be most happy to make copies for you off the original tape. And it's going to take a little time on our part, so the charge would be $25 if you supply the tape, VHS tape. Or if we supply everything, it would be $45 for the copy of the state championship game. Now, if you would like to inquire about this during the day, call 528-8999. That's 528-8999, and then we'll take your name and go to work. But, Bill, this is an opportunity coming up for Corbin right here that we don't want to pass up. 4th down and goal to go from the 1-yard line.
Well, what keeps ringing in my mind is what Coach Cathers and Steve Bird and Greg Taylor and Scotty Crook told them last night, and that's some pretty credible personalities that we had down there last night that were telling them just exactly what kind of test was in front of them today, and we're going to take the ball in the end zone. Steve Bird, you know, he couldn't get off the point last night about trying to talk about pride and what pride means, and pride's something that rings throughout every one of those kids' mind and rings throughout their body, and they display it not only on the football field, but they display it within the community, and they're going to take a ball in the end zone. There's no doubt in my mind.
Corbin leading 11-0, 10 minutes, 9 seconds to go, and it has rained from start to right now of this football game, and rather cold, but I think in the Kentucky High School Athletic Association's decision to hold it here, a very wise decision, because they have to play 4 football games, and we have the carpet here, and it stands up well.
Yeah, you know, over a period of years, they used to go ahead and rotate that thing. There was different, you know, universities within the state that had that, and this is a fine facility here, and we're tickled to death to come up here. In 1980, we came up here, and you couldn't ask for a better football game, and today we come up here, and to this point, everything's going in our favor again, and I'm just looking forward to coming back next year.
Quite a stack up there at the goal line, and they're still working with the Glasgow player, which would give us an opportunity to talk about our fine sponsors this year that have made these telecasts possible. Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company, of course, they have been our big supporter over the 4 years of telecasting here for Televid Sports. Buck Kendall at Century 21, Gambro Chrysler Plymouth Toyota, Insurance Service Center, R.C. Miller, your Texaco distributor, Piggly Wiggly Supermarket, Davis Salvage on the Falls Road, the First National Bank and Trust Company, Marine Myers Ford Lincoln Mercury, Rainbow TV on the London Highway, your Sylvania dealer, Charles Baker Furniture at 1820 South Main, Laurel Gardens on the Level Green Road, a division of Laurel Landscaping, Corbin Marine in the Forest Hill Shopping Center, your Mercury dealer, Roger Mumford at Corbin Tire Center, your Goodyear dealer, City and County Bank, CNC of Corbin, Food Fair Supermarket on South Main, Lowe's Sporting Goods in the Trade Mart Shopping Center, Van Tackett, Jewelry and Fine Gifts in the Forest Hill Shopping Center, Low Aluminum 2 miles north of Corbin on the London Highway, Bill and Sharon Crook at Tri-County Insurance on Master Street in East Corbin, and Johnny Wheels on the Falls Road. Those have been your hosts all season long for the entire schedule of this 1982 football campaign for the Corbin Red Hounds. As we prepare, we don't have an exact date as of right now, but we will be coming on with the basketball games, and we try to pick out a game a week to show the boys and the girls on Sunday night, Bill, and so many basketball games it would be impossible for us to cover them all, but a good representation that way.
Yeah, I just hope that some of the enthusiasm and some of the winning tradition that we've got in football, you know, kind of rubs over. And I know that Coach Woods and Coach Markham and Willard Ferris' record speaks for itself, what he's done to date. I think that I hope that some of this rubs off and we get some of these good basketball players that are on our football team off and get them down there and let Coach Woods go ahead and develop into the skills and things that he needs to get out of them. And we'll get a winning tradition back in basketball.
Crowd comes to life, and here we go. Corbin has it 4th down and goal to go from the 1-yard line, leading 11-0. Duncombe calls. Steve Rollins goes for the touchdown. Corbin now has taken a commanding 17-0 lead over the Scotties of Glasgow.
He's big-time ball player, Steve Rollins. And why he's so big time, he's got that big brother in front of him just blowing hose out. And we're going hog left and hog right, and Steve Rollins takes it in for us.
Corbin now leading by 17-0. Defeated Fort Campbell up here in 1980 by 15-7. have defeated Glasgow earlier this year, but now the physical prowess of Corbin is really telling in the second half. They had a 3-0 lead at halftime, and here we go. Nooners Reedy with Duncombe holding will attempt the point after touchdown. And here it is. He continues to be perfect. We have another timeout on the field with the score. Corbin 18, Glasgow nothing. 10 minutes and 6 seconds to go as Corbin leads it by 18-0 over the Scotties of Glasgow as Nooner Reedy prepares to kick off. Reedy with the ball teed at the 40, and the deep man is number 1 David Bailey for Glasgow. And let's see what they do as Childress turned at the 20. He's up to the 25 and buried at the 28.
Oh, Martin Earl Pennington. We got Todd Trosper, and we've got Stephen Ellison. Stephen Ellison, he getting down there. Sadler's got to be in there. Yeah, Sadler was in there, and we got one down. We've got another one.
Bill, for the last 4 plays, Glasgow has had an injured player. Corbin came out in the second half and has completely dominated the line play.
Well, our Hogs have done it ever since we came out second half against Middlesbrough. They've came out and done just exactly what it takes to win. It's our style of football. That's what's, it's beat in their head ever since they go in that weight room with Clyde Burchett. He's going to get those Hogs where they can pick up half the gymnasium down there, and they just come out and they continue just to blow people off the line of scrimmage.
I've always thought the most exciting football or basketball is winning, and that's what happens at Corbin.
Well, it's like we said, it used to be Taylor left and Taylor right. Now it's Rollins left and Rollins right. When you throw Steely and you throw Sam Jackson, you throw Gurry in with that. But it's the same thing because that's what we do. That's what we do well. And we beat people with it, and they can't stop it.
Now less than 10 minutes to go in the football game as Corbin leads 18-0. Glasgow has it at the 28-yard line. As Jones will pitch to Bailey. Bailey trying wide. He looks. He goes down. Watch him hit. Steely. And it was Martin Earl that made the big lick.
Yeah, Martin Pennington, he's in there. Good defensive end, good as there is anywhere. Beautiful play.
It's a yard loss back to the 27-yard line now. Glasgow had 3 first downs in the first half. They have 1 this half as Corbin statistically has really dominated play. The Scotties split the end. Tony Wooten wide to the right side, and here's Jones back to throw. Jones going to run. At the 25, now he throws it. And he's got his man upfield at midfield. That's number 82, Mike Elmore. He was very close to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he was off close line of scrimmage. Frederick had to go ahead and lay off of him and go ahead and allow him to make the catch. He was, kind of undecided as to where he was going to have to come up and play the run or he was going to have to play the pass. And he went ahead and gave him a little bit of cushion and caught it and then drove him on out of bounds.
One thing we found out about Glasgow teams, and we did it first time we ever met them, is that they know how to come back quickly.
Yeah, they come back quickly, but the thing about it is they're not coming back today. This is ours.
That is their 5th first down of the game at the Corbin 49-yard line. And the wide out to the left side is Wooten this time. And Jones, he's going to be hampered in his attempt to get it off. We had Fox and Rose breathing down his neck.
Fox and Rose breathing down his neck, and Steve Jewell and Tommy Greer right on the coverage on the receiver.
It's going to be 2nd down and 10 yards to go for the Scotties now. They have the ball at the Corbin 49-yard line. 62, we came to Stoll Field. Then Corbin's next trip, we came up against Mayfield and got beat, but we came back the next year and beat Mayfield, and that was at Commonwealth. Flip-flop those? All right, flip-flop them. And then, of course, lost to Mayfield and beat Fort Campbell. Now we're with Glasgow. So that's how it's happened over the last 20 years. Pass to the middle and almost picked off by Frederick as Jewell was covering also.
21 took a little frustration out on Jewell that time. The ball was underthrown, and Jewell went ahead and made contact on number 21, and 21 kind of went ahead and made a punch at Jewell. But, of course, how are you going to hurt Steve Jewell?
At the 49-yard line, it's going to be 3rd down and 10 for Glasgow now. 8 minutes and 57 seconds to go. I'm holding back on telling you what we plan to do, but it's getting very close to that moment here on our videotape that we want you to watch every bit of it tonight, for sure. They have a slot formation to the left side. Now that is Poland in motion to the right. On the 3rd down play, a draw to Bailey, and there's one headhunter as Bailey goes down. Well, Pennington slowed him up enough until the others got up there to take care of the work.
If there's a replay on that, or if anybody's watching it that close, Corbin knew just exactly what to do on that draw play. He saw the man come out here, and they knew what the draw was. We read it perfectly. Everybody was in position, just like putting the pegs, hole in the pegs together.
The loss is all the way back to the 46-yard line of Glasgow, a loss of 6 yards. They're going to have it 4th and 15 now. 8:24 to go in the ball game. And Glasgow's going for it, trailing 18-0. So the big 4th down play right here. Jones back to throw. He's looking, looks over the middle, almost intercepted. The pass just out of the grasp of Richard Fox.
Well, if Richard Fox had caught it, he'd made a tremendous reception because the ball was right in the ground. He just, it was ankle top, and he did get a hand on the ball. And I think we've got Jones down on the field.
We may not be through in the scoring parade yet, Bill. 8:06 to go, and Corbin will take over at the Glasgow 46-yard line.
I'd like to see us get a little breathing room, run some of those kids in here. They're going to make a trip up here next year so they can get out there and get a little feel of what it's all about.
Corbin will take over as Jones is down on the carpet. We'll be back in just a moment with more. It's Corbin 18, Glasgow nothing. The Red Hounds with the ball at the 46-yard line of Glasgow, 1st and 10. And Steve Rollins with that big second half just continues to head into that line. He gets a couple of yards here to about the 44.
A lot of frustration out there for the Scotties right now. Those kids, there's about 20, 21 seniors that make up their football team, and there's a lot of frustration out there. They've just been whipped here, and you can see it. It's all over them. Every time they get a shot at somebody, they're going ahead and getting 2.
Corbin has it 2nd down, 8.5 yards to go for the 1st down. Sam Jackson hits into the left side, but there's nothing there for Sam. 7.5 minutes remaining.
Well, I'd like to see some more points. I kind of feel like Walt Green. You know, if Walt Green was here, we'd go ahead and run as many as we could put on that board.
And let's see what happens here. It's going to be 3rd down and 9. By the way, we're going to grab our cameras and run toward the dressing room. We don't know what we're going to have until it happens, but we're going to follow these players as they go back to eat and the celebration back to Corbin. Everything we can tape, we're going to put on videotape, so stay tuned. Here's the handoff. This is Steely. Watch him dig. And Darren, he loses the ball. I thought he was down earlier, but no whistle, and Glasgow gets it.
Yeah, Glasgow got it, and I thought he was down too, but it's still, you know, he came out and made a good run on it, and they just went ahead and kind of stripped him after they stood him up.
So Glasgow gets the ball with a faint hope. You got to realize it would take 3 scores for Glasgow to win this football game. 6:52 to go. They get it back at their 43-yard line. Corbin leading 18-0. And we can expect the ball to be placed in the air as Scotty Jones, number 11, is still the quarterback. He has Wooten wide out to the right. Jones back to throw. He's looking. He throws over the middle and tipped and taken by number 82. That's Mike Elmore. I thought we had an interception.
Had great concentration that time. We had somebody that had both hands on the football. Might have been, I can't tell you who it was. We had 2 hands on the football, and it went through one of our people's hands, and it went right into the hands of the Glasgow player, and he made a fine reception, and then he ran with good determination.
That's the 5th first down of the game for Glasgow at the Corbin 45-yard line. A 12-yard pass play. Jerry Poland comes to this side. We have Wooten going to the other side, and Jones quickly dropping back to throw, and down he goes. Ooh, what a rush.
Todd Trost was the big man on the play. Richard Fox is taunting him. And then we've got Matt Church that was also in on the play.
Well, that's what keeps passes from being completed when you have that kind of defense coming at you. But the quarterback really having a rough time, loses 10 yards all the way back to the 45 of Glasgow. They'll have it 2nd and 20. 5:45 to go. And watch out, the Corbin secondary, when the quarterback's being rushed like that, we have some defenders back there that can take it and go the other way.
Yeah, we've got a good defensive secondary. The thing about it is they've got some people that are supposed to be able to break the big play, but they're very much aware of who they're playing. There's no big plays been broken today.
And here's Jones. He's in trouble again. Jones, he comes forward, throws, and the Corbin defender fell down. And it's caught down at the 31-yard line. Let's see who it was. It was Mike Frederick. And that wet carpet, he just slipped down, and that enabled Glasgow to complete that pass.
Yeah, Mike's hurt a little bit. I don't know where it's an ankle or if it's that knee, but he went down, you know, on that carpet out there, and he's hurt. He's coming on out. He's favoring either an ankle or that knee.
They do get the ball all the way down to the Corbin 31-yard line, so that's a pass play of 26 yards. And actually, had the Glasgow player not fallen down, he had an easy touchdown.
Yeah, an easy touchdown, but he had to go ahead and fall down in order to be able to make the catch because the ball was thrown right into the carpet.
So Glasgow, again, looking at the scoreboard with 5:19 to go and hoping as Corbin leads by 18-0. Poland one way, Wooten the other way. And the tight end is Elmore. And this is Jones again, right over the middle. And it's dropped by 25, the fullback, Buford. It's hard to catch him, though, when the rain's coming right straight down.
Buford don't want that ball.
Don't blame him. The ball at the 31. Second down and 10. 5:04 to go. And Jones looking. They're putting the rush on him. Jones just does get rid of it. Throws it away, matter of fact, to keep from having that big loss back up at around the 40-yard line. So they're going to have it third down and 10 to go at the Corbin 31-yard line. Glasgow started the afternoon and gave Corbin a serious threat, but the Red Hounds defense that has been so outstanding stopped them at the 25, and it's been Corbin's game ever since then. The ball at the 31-yard line for Glasgow now. 4:57 remaining. Poland right, Wooten left. It's the 3rd and 10 play. Well, Jones has a different look. Penalty markers go down, pitches back to Bailey, and Mr. Bailey has been contained once again. Fox gets him down at the 30.
Richard Fox loves the game of football, and whenever he hits somebody, he puts that Rydell right in the middle of wherever they're at. It's a beautiful tackle by Richard Fox.
Unless it's a 15-yard penalty here, Corbin would decline because they got only a yard to the 30 and would make it 4th and 9. We'll wait to see what the decision will be. One of the amazing things about Corbin, other than that Prestonsburg game where they were just throwing penalty markers left and right, is the lack of penalties this year with this team. They have executed so well. And you'll notice that's what happened today. One penalty against Corbin in the game, and that was for delay of game. So they have declined this penalty, illegal procedure against Glasgow, and they have it 4th and 9 at the Corbin 30-yard line. So whatever faint hope they have really rests on this play with 4:35 to go. Jones looking for 21. Wooten across the middle. Wooten catches the ball. He gets the first down, and he's down to about the Corbin 15-yard line.
But they get a first down on it? Yeah, it looks like it got a first down. Yeah, it's first down on the play. It was a well-thrown pass by Jones, and it was a good reception. We made good contact on him. Tommy Greer made a good tackle.
Down at the 15-yard line, so a pass play good for 15 yards, 4:25 to go. This is the deepest that Glasgow has been in Corbin territory today. The Red Hounds lead by 18-0. Poland to the right, Wooten to the left. And here's Jones looking again. Big rush put on by Church. He flips the ball. He's got his man. That is the fullback Buford, and he's bumped out of bounds inside the Corbin 5 at about the 3-yard line with less than 4 minutes to go.
Yeah, Steely made the tackle there. I hope we show some good pride here. I don't want to see any points go up on the board for the Scotties. I just hope we can bow our neck here and keep them out. And 18-0. I want more points on the board, but I want them for us. And I'd like to see a shutout here.
Okay, good time for a fumble then. They have the ball at the 3-yard line. 1st and goal for Glasgow. They've been able to move the ball from their own 43-yard line and have picked up 3 first downs in the process. And they got their touchdown. Number 28, That is Todd Childress. Goes in with the score with 3:56 to go.
I'm disappointed about that. You know, he went on ahead and went in the end zone. We didn't really give him anything to stop him. But Red Hounds have played a tremendous football game, and we've got like almost 4 minutes left in the ball game. And I just hope that we can get possession of the ball and go down and put some more points up on the board.
Obviously, Glasgow will have to go for 2 points here. It's going to take 3 scores regardless of what they do. But a 1-point extra point here would be almost worthless. So they're going for 2. 2 wideouts to the right side. A wingman to the left from the 3-yard line. Bailey in motion. Childress back to throw. Childress being chased by Trosper. He's still looking. Throws it back across the grain. It's no good. And Corbin is held, so that's good. The extra point tries, no good. And we have a timeout with 3:56 remaining. The score is Corbin 18, Glasgow 6. Quite obviously here, Glasgow will try an onside kick with so little time left and trailing by 18-6. And they won't get it 10 yards as Corbin has recovered the football at the 48-yard line. And so,
as Andy White that came up, went ahead and got on that football before it had an opportunity to get as far as it needed to.
The clock never did start, so we have 3 minutes and 56 seconds to go. And Corbin has excellent field position at the Glasgow 48-yard line. So the Red Hounds here want a little ball control. They need to hold on to it for a little while. Although Glasgow would need at least 2 more touchdowns just to win the ball game. And this is Rollins. Nothing there. At the 48-yard line, it's going to be 2nd and 10 for Corbin.
Yeah, we had Steely look like he was ailing a little bit whenever he got up. He went on through the line, threw a block on somebody, and it looks like he's ailing a little bit. But Glasgow just went ahead and met us behind the line of scrimmage and brought Steve Rollins down.
A very hard-hitting football game as Corbin has it 2nd and 10 at the Glasgow 48-yard line. 3:12 to go. And this is Steve again, 45-40. Steve to the 35 and out of bounds. So that's a Corbin first down.
Well, let's see. We had Martin Pennington downfield. He just didn't realize that he went ahead and broke it. One man between he and the goal line, and looks like that man went ahead and ran him out of bounds.
That's the 15th first down of the game as Rollins almost turned it in. He ran it for 13 yards to the 35-yard line. 3:04 to go. And Steely, absolutely nothing. His feet were taken out from under him by Tommy Smith right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, we had somebody stunted through there that time, met him in the backfield again. That's 2 times in a row they've met him back there on that play to that side.
So at the 35, Corbin will have it 2nd down and 10, but only 2 minutes and 45 seconds to go. We'll grab our cameras, run to the dressing room. We'll follow this team as they head back to their victory dinner and then back to Corbin for what we hope will be a celebration at the Gillum Gym. 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go, and Glasgow calling time. You know, Bill, these players have got to really feel this game after all this rain and hard hitting.
Oh, yeah. Those uniforms probably weigh about 6 or 7 pounds heavier than what they were when they first put them on.
At the 35, 2nd and 10 for the Hounds. And this is Rollins. Watch him go. He covers that ball to the 30-yard line and got 5.
Oh, it's a good run again by Steve Rollins. He just cut and twists and spins his way through there and picks up the yardage he needs to get.
The time is the most important element right now as Corbin led 3-0 at halftime. They're on top by 18-6 now. And the clock says only 2 minutes and 4 seconds to go. And Corbin has it 3rd down and 5 with the ball just inside the Glasgow 31-yard line. Pennington wide out to the right side. And Steve Rollins continues to carry the ball as he goes inside the 30 to near the 27-yard line. 1:40 to go.
Well, we're going to have a 4th down situation here. You know, in the interviews you had up here with Coach Kidd and Coach Claiborne, Coach Kidd said that if that had been a situation with him the first half and not putting the ball in the air, he'd probably be booed right out of Hanger Field up there. And I'm sure that he would with Steve Bird up there and the tools that he's got to catch a football. The people that follow the Eastern Colonels up there and follow Steve Bird, if he had done that, he would have been booed out of Hanger Field.
But it's raining here, and Corbin has some horses up front that know how to open holes, that plays ball control. It's a beautiful ball game when you do this successfully. And Corbin has, as the Red Hounds will be 8-4 this year, not the prettiest record in the history of Corbin, but one of the greatest finishes, as they will finish as the Class AA champion, beating Glasgow here in Louisville, Kentucky. The fans are ready. They're heading for the football field, as Dale Johnson, our cameraman, says. And they're willing to get a little wet, because the price the boys have paid, a little water on the face or on the jacket won't hurt much. Here we go. 4th down and 2 for Corbin. The ball at the 27-yard line of Glasgow. And this is Steve again. Oh, no, it's Duncombe. And Duncombe gets the first down.
Beautiful run by Duncombe. Beautiful. Now, I'm not sure that he got the first down. I'm not sure. Yeah, he's got it. He's got it. He just had everything going the other way. Just a little quarterback option this way, and bootlegged it out. Everybody thought that one of the backs was going to get it. He just went ahead and slipped around this side.
Okay, that's first down number 16 for Corbin at the 24-yard line. A minute 28 the clock runs. Mike Frederick goes wide to the left. And Steele climbs on top of that pile on the left side. That carries him for about a yard to the 23.
You know, they're stacking everything that they've got out there on that football field, that left side over there. I'm surprised that we don't go ahead and try to dump a little something off over here. But then again, Coach Adams not going to ever throw football again.
We may have seen the last pass ever in Corbin's history. 55 seconds to go. And the fans are getting anxious. The Corbin fans are heading out in big groups to the sideline, to the end zone. Here we go now. Corbin has it, second down, about 10 to go for the first down, 40 seconds remaining. And Steve Rollins. Rollins running out of the grasp of people down to the 20-yard line. Penalty markers go down everywhere.
Roger Rose got the football. Roger Rose came up with the football. They stripped him again of the ball. Roger Rose just went ahead and dived in there and got the football.
Corbin gets it down near the 20-yard line. 31 seconds to go. And I'm not sure which team will get the penalty right here. Well, Glasgow is a good opposition for Corbin. We've enjoyed the series with them. But even that first game that Corbin lost, Coach Metters said he thought Corbin had the best team that night, and we did too.
Yeah, he said that he came in and felt like that he had the hosses when he came to Campbell Field this year, and that Corbin had the will, and he felt like that we would meet again. He was right on that. He felt like that we got a couple of cheap touchdowns that kept us in the football game down there along with our will. Now, that may have been, but it looks like we had the will again today.
Nothing cheap here today. 25 seconds to go. Corbin was penalized on that play back to the 36-yard line. As Duncombe looks. Duncombe's going to keep. He just wants to run out the time. Take it easy on him, boys. We want him back next year. 10 seconds to go.
This one's over.
Let's get the countdown. Well, the crowd was ahead of the clock. It got to 7, the crowd got to 5, and then 4. But they have stopped the play, and they'll get to count it up again. Dale, you got that crowd shot, I understand, right now. You see them going out there. A lot of people up here in red. I think, other than Paris, which had a big crowd, and they're so close, much closer than we are, I guess Corbin had the biggest crowd up here today to watch these playoffs. As Bill Hoover has said over and over this year, it's just a way of life in Corbin. 7 seconds remaining. Again, thanks to our sponsors. Not every town can put things on cable TV and do this, and it takes support of sponsors and businessmen. And you look at those that have been on this game, and you'll know that they're truly behind this Corbin team.
Yeah, we've watched some good football this year, and I keep going back to what you said early on, and your prediction held true. We could lose 4 or 5 games and still win the whole thing, and that's exactly what we've done. And how about them dogs?
How about them dogs? Here we go now. The last play. Duncombe goes down in the crowd. Let's hear it. I wish Glasgow wouldn't do that. That's spoiling a good cheer. They know they're not going to win this game, but they've called another timeout with 4 seconds to go, and that'll be their last one now. And it's hard to get revved up with just 4 seconds to go with a shout.
Yeah, it is, and those seniors for Glasgow, they're going to have to remember it for the rest of their life.
The special buses off to the end zone that brought the Corbin fans up here, along with hundreds of cars, of course. And we might mention the Cumberland College bus that carried the team. We're indebted to Cumberland College. The ball at the 46-yard line. We're just waiting for Corbin to snap the ball on a 4th down and fall on it, and this game will be over. Coach Cotton Adams backing out of there. Watch him. He's a happy man. This is what it's all about. Middlesboro spoiled the party last year, but nobody there to stop them this year. Here we go now. The Corbin Red Hounds are the 1982 state champions in AA football with an 18-6 win over the Scotties of Glasgow.
I love my Red Hounds, and everybody in Corbin does too. I'm just proud to be a part of what I've seen here, and I'm proud to be a part of Corbin, and I'm proud of everything that it means to me and everything it means to everybody that's watching this.
Stay tuned for our post-game show, as we'll be right back after these messages from our sponsors.